Hey, welcome back, everyone. Welcome to episode 15 of the Gaming Out. Happy New Year. We're here with all your gaming news, some stuff from CES, some Nintendo Switch news, and much more, including the Xbox Direct announcement. Let's get started off with some introductions. Caroline, how you doing?
Good. Happy New Year, guys. Hope you guys had a great break,
Hey,
holiday. I don't know what you guys did, but I definitely enjoyed mine.
Hold that thought. We about to talk about that right now. BJ, what's good, man?
what's good, bro? How's it going?
That's all good, man. It's cold outside, like you just said.
Yeah.
D-Lo, what's going on from your warm weather state?
Man, it's all right. It's not warm. It's definitely a 32, but I ain't gonna say too much because y'all down there freezing in 5. So, that's hot compared to y'all. So.
All right. Well, happy New Year to all you guys, and thanks for everyone for joining today. I want to get started with what you guys did over the break. It's been about 2 weeks, so I'm gonna go ahead with Caroline because she had a little nice adventure.
Yeah.
So tell us what you did over break.
Yeah, so I went on a solo road trip. So I don't know if the viewers know, but most of us are based in Michigan. So in those 8 days, I went to Chicago, spent some time with family, and then took a road trip all the way down south to Florida, and then worked my way back up. And basically, my goal was to visit as many space, aerospace, aviation museums, science museums as possible. So I ended up visiting 5, and in between, I did some bourbon tastings. I did a honey tasting. Sorry, I should say we did a honey tasting. So I brought a friend. I brought Yoshi along on the trip, so I took a bunch of pictures with him and of him inside like a spacesuit and us visiting a planetarium, and he had his popcorn. So it was a lot of fun. I also ended up skiing during that trip too. So I put so much into it. I wasn't sure how people were going to react to the Yoshi doll, but he was so recognizable by like all the kids and all the adults. And some people had a kick. They're just like, hey, like put Yoshi over here or put Yoshi over there and take pictures of that. So yeah. So I actually got to enjoy warm weather and then go back to, minus 0 degrees of weather.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah.
BJ, how about you, man? What you do over the holiday break?
Nothing light. I mean, a little something light. We hosted Christmas at my house, so that was nice. Had the family come over and got to see a lot of people I haven't seen in a while. It was really like probably the most amount of my family I've seen at one time in a few years, so it was nice to catch up with everybody. My dad moved back up here, helped him get moved in. Other than that, I didn't really do much for New Year's, just games. So
Okay.
not too much. Just catching up with family.
Okay. D-Lo, how about you, man? You was off, so what you get into?
Yeah, it's teachers being off unpaid. No, it's playing. But I started the break off with my girl. I stayed over there for like days. I'm over here like leading up into Christmas, so we got together for Christmas Day, and then went back to my crib. Chilled, binge watched a couple of good animes. Food Wars. Dr. Stone just came back today.
Oh, sweet! I'm waiting for that.
10,000,000%. Catching up on Classroom of the Elite. So I'm bouncing between about 5 shows, Shangri-La Frontier, things like that. And then I had to perform in my city for New Year's, going into New Year's, the countdown. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I brought a New Year on the stage.
It looked fun.
It looked like it was cool, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. It was cold though. It was, man, look, I wouldn't wish that on nobody. No, it was 15. We were performing in like 15.
Oh yeah, that's cold then. Yeah, that's
and
cold.
The wind was blowing, and we got metal in our hands, and we on stage in suits, no jackets, no nothing. Yeah, we died. It was cool. So that was pretty much it.
Well, all you guys know, but I moved into a new house, our first house.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Didn't do as much gaming as I wanted to, not nearly as much, but I did get some in, so that was fun. I'm just getting the internet set up and moving. Had all my friends come and help out, so that was a blessing. And yeah, that's about it, man. Just try to enjoy as much as my unpaid time off, just so you know. Just, you know how it is, but some people think we getting this free pay, as they call it, but that's a story for another day.
I did
But
get a couple of games, by the way.
oh yeah, okay. So you got the
So
Astrobot.
On a
yeah,
5, okay.
I was kind of inspired by the Game of the Year awards. So I'm like, my goal for 2025 is to play all the games in the Game of the Year awards and see if they're actually worth being nominated. So we'll see how that goes. So next on the list is as Astrobot. So
Did any of you guys do? I know some people went over it slightly, but anybody like BJ? What were you gaming? Like any new games, or what were you?
Over the, hey man, I've been kind of saying one of my New Year's things is getting through. It's probably gonna be impossible to get through everything, but getting through a good number of my backlog. So I went back and was playing some older games. I jumped back into the Horizon Zero Dawn, which is the first one, and I also jumped back into Final Fantasy 13, even though I'm not really a fan of that game, but I've been powering through it because it's just one that's this is a game I played way back when it first came out, and I never finished. So
is it because
you
it's
know,
linear? I actually really like
I just
13.
don't. I don't. It's the combat. It's just the combat.
Uh,
Linear is fine. I mean, Final Fantasy X is known as a hallway simulator, and that's my favorite one.
hmm.
I just don't like the combat system. They tried to do something different. I just don't feel like it hit. But we getting there. We're getting there. I like the story. That's another. I want to see how it ended because I never saw it. So
It was a good story.
yeah, I do like the story. That's why I'm suffering through the combat, but it's okay.
Caroline, anything on while you were on your trip, or after you got home, any gaming?
Yeah, so I actually still ended up bringing my Switch because in between science museums, there was like a lot of information overload for me. So I brought my Switch and I played Hyrule Warriors. So it's a hack and slash game. So
Mm-hmm.
no thinking whatsoever. It's just like my way of decompressing. So during the trip, I did that, but then I came back to playing Final Fantasy 16, which I highly recommend. I didn't. I wasn't sure what to think of the game at first because it was a little bit on the slow side, but I am liking a lot more than I did Final Fantasy 7. So
Okay.
I think I'm 50 hours in right now because that's all I did. I think once I got back, that's all I played.
Okay. D'Lo, what about you? Any gaming?
The most I've been playing, honestly, is I've been jumping in and out of Cozy Grove, which is that game I told y'all in the group chat.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about getting this kind of like similar to your what's it called? Tom Nook. It's called
Animal
Animal
Crossing.
Crossing.
Animal Crossing. It's kind of like that where you kind of got to check in every day and stuff. There's certain tasks where like you got to wait a couple of days to get resources to complete certain missions. So real chill game, like Caroline said, there is no thinking involved. I literally play that as I'm watching anime somehow in sub. So I'm reading sub, watching what's happening, and then once I've read too fast, I just play my game a little bit. Then I come back, read again, keep moving. So hey, I don't know. Maybe I got Sharingan or something. I don't know.
I ain't mad at you. Did I play? I didn't really play anything. I did download. I switched my internet plan, so I was able to download so many games. So it's too many games. I would say that I downloaded like 15 games. So you can do that with Game Pass, and then on Steam, I got some games that I had deleted or uninstalled, whatever you want to call it. So I was able to get some of those back, but once again, I didn't get to really play them. Only game I played a little bit of Power World because they had that new update, and then which is nice. And then I also played Dead by Daylight. Surprise, surprise. So so let's jump into our first topic. CES. A very cool electronic show that's in Vegas. It's happening this week, and I was watching some videos and things like that, and I don't know if VJ might have to pull it up, but they showed like a VR of the Last of Us CES trailer. So I want to know what you guys' thoughts on VR are, and how do you think VR can advance gaming? Because it was interesting to me to see. If I don't know if any of you guys have seen the movie Ready Player One, or the movie Gamer from a while ago. Gamer was a while ago with Gerard Butler. But just what VR means in gaming. Have you ever played VR? Do you like VR? I want to start with you, D'Lo.
Have I played VR? No. Have I tried it? Like I've seen. I think when it first came out, it was kind of like at the stores, and I was like trying to just see what it looked like. So I don't really have a lot of experience with VR. But as far as what will it do, like in the future, like if enough people invest into it, it could definitely be something game changing and pun intended. You know, kind of like how the anime Shangri-La Frontier, where like the main protagonist, literally 95% of the anime is in the game, in the virtual game, and the main protagonist's body, he's just laying in his bed. You know what I'm saying? So it could get to a point to where people are just out here looking like characters from Lee, just laying in their chair, playing games, and between Apple and these gaming industries, I feel like VR in about next 10 years definitely will be like a console to have between handheld and VR. Yeah.
Caroline, what you think about VR?
So I had a friend who had an Oculus and I really enjoyed it. And actually, I think once I build my own PC, I'm considering getting one as well. I enjoyed it a lot. That being said, there were three games that I played. One was like a gladiator game, which I thought was really cool. One was a game was like a space landing simulation game. I think that was on the Oculus. And then there was Beat Saber. I don't know if you guys are familiar. Yeah, Beat Saber was a lot of fun. So for me, it was cool. But kind of like to Dilo's point, I am actually like really excited for VR to happen in the way that they happen in anime. And I get that it's anime and some like it's in some ways it's wishful thinking, but you know what? Like if there are enough nerds out there that want to make it happen, they'll make it happen. And I think like being like the Oculus was cool, but I didn't feel like I was immersed into VR. So like actually getting that full body experience and actually being immersed in game like Dilo, and again, I know you don't really watch anime, but basically like your whole body is immersed and you become an avatar into the game. Like something like that will be really cool. But again, we're not there yet. I'm just praying to the nerds that want it to happen, they actually make it happen, and while I'm still alive. So
while we're alive, that's key.
While we're alive. Another one is I mean it can get pretty dark. Like there's so I don't know if you guys watch Sword Art Online, but like that anime is like, so Andre, to give you an idea, so it's the same idea of VR, like getting immersed, but like some guy takes it over and says like, hey, if you die in this VR, you actually die in real life.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, like there's those things that may or may not happen. I'm sure there's gonna be like regulations and stuff like that, but that's just kind of like the dark side of things.
Okay. BJ, what about you, man? VR.
Yeah, honestly, I have not really been a fan of VR. Like, I've been waiting, like pretty much like Caroline said. Maybe it don't have to be that deep yet for me, but I've been waiting to see a VR game that actually, I don't know, like it. It always seemed cool, and I've experienced it very little, but that is like purposely. Like when I think of a lot of these VR games, and they have been kind of getting better in recent years, but before it was always like a gimmicky game, just playing with the motion controls with the like screen strap, whatever. It's not like really like a game. I've been waiting for them to. I'm trying to see like some AAA games. I mean, I know they've done like I think Skyrim and other games, but then again, that just kind of goes back to. I mean, it's gonna be motion, but it just feels like you're playing like a Wii game or something, like Wii Sports or something, where you're just doing the motion with the screen. I'm waiting for more. Like I've been waiting to see a game that like I look at this and I'm like, wow, I really want to play this. And VR has not produced that for me yet, so I've not really been that eager to really jump into it. So
what do you guys think? Have either you can just say yes or no? Like, have either of you seen Ready Player One?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have y'all seen Gamer? That's old, a little bit older.
I have not seen that one, no.
With Gerard Butler. But like my vision of gaming, it kind of goes to what Caroline just said of VR gaming, is that Ready Player One style where you feeling like you're all the way in the game. If you die, you lose all your stuff. Like that's what I want for VR. I don't think they have any in Michigan. I know I looked some some up in Ohio for my birthday, but they got rooms where we could technically go in as a team, and we will have VR headsets, but we would be moving all the way around the room, kind of like that trailer you just said. So it's like a VR team where we shooting, moving, but we like actually interacting around the room, bumping into each other, shooting guns, things like that. So my reposition or my, I guess, definition of it would be like the Ready Player One. You put the headset on, you got the little treadmill with the barriers across, so you feel like you win it. Like that's what I think needs to happen. I think in my mind, I think that might happen, but like the other two said, when is that gonna happen? You know, we're only getting older, so.
Sometimes I feel like it's just asking for too much. Because like you said there's a place where you go in with the team. Now, does it like actually track? Like, does it know where I'm standing and where you're standing? And if we stand face to face in front of each other, I would see you in the game, and you know what I'm saying?
Like,
I don't know.
It's a good
standing
question.
right in front of each other. Will we also? I feel like it would take a lot of technology to do that. I don't know. Like maybe I don't know that much about it. I feel like it would take a lot. But that's what I need. Like I needed to really get to that level before I really care to jump into it.
I'm not gonna lie. I think it's not far fetched. It's not like 50 years from that far, because when you think about mocap and where it is now with just Avatar with James Cameron with what they do and how that, like how they made Avatar 1, James Cameron and them had to create the technology to do that. And then for Avatar Way in the Water, they had to create a whole new structure of filming underwater mocap. So to do something like what you said, where y'all go into a room, it's gonna have to involve a bodysuit with like 300 cameras in one room capturing your movement.
Oh boy, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You won't know because you got a big screen on your face. It's tracking everything you do from every single angle. But then it's like, how immersive do you want? Because if the wind's blowing, do you want a fan in there where you can't even hear it because you got headphones on and you feel the wind blowing for real? Or if something slapping your face, do you want something to actually come, like people watching and you want a newspaper in your face and actually come in your face? You know. But I don't think we're that far off. I think
like
give it about 20 years. Well, but will it be expensive? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's hilarious.
But I mean, just like Ready Player One, everybody had one. I mean, I feel like I know that's a movie, but I feel like because my vision of VR is sometimes they got these new, like they got the smart glasses, and you put the glasses on, and then you can touch YouTube, you can touch Google, you can touch. Like I think that's gonna happen soon enough.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
And I don't know, BJ, I get you. But we was asking, you remember how Mario used to look compared to how he look now? Remember how Madden used to look compared to how it look now?
Yeah, I mean that's true. We come a long way, but I feel like lately, what has it been like? You know what I'm saying? Like it's just been like even with the new consoles, like it's just a minor graphical update, but for the most part, it's still the same as it was on the PS4 and even the PS3. Like you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's not nobody. Maybe they just they're making all this money, and maybe I'm kind of getting off topic a little bit now, but I do wonder like where we're gonna be at. I guess that's a topic you did put on there, so maybe I'll hold off on that.
But no, you can go into there, right? I thought this was very interesting because I feel like it leads us to what you're talking about, like
okay, well, yeah, that's what I'm
in the next 20, 25 years.
Like when I think of the past, from the PS1 to the PS5, how much of a difference has there really been? I feel like the most innovative thing we've had is the PS5 controller now, with how it has the specific vibrations and the buttons. The triggers have like certain like pressure ranges where it actually measures how hard you're pushing it in or not. Like I feel like other than that, it's just all been just minor graphical stuff, right? So I wonder in 10 years who Nintendo's going to be the one to do it. We all know, right? They're the only ones actually still trying to do something different aside from your standard console. So
probably
when are we going to get there, right? Well, I don't know. I feel like we've been kind of stagnant, and I'm grateful. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's just looking more and more realistic. But as far as like gameplay mechanic or like innovation, it's not really been that crazy, So here's hoping.
Yeah. Oh, Caroline, you had something to say? I thought I heard you. Now, I agree with Johnny. I mean, I would not Johnny, BJ. I think if I had to just look back on how far I've been gaming, I would say the biggest change in gaming outside of graphics would have to be from something being stationary to being handheld. I think that was one keystone, like the DS and the PSP and things like that. I think that went from being in your house to be able to transport your game was like one big thing. Because now, look at the generations trying to fight for the next mobile console with the PS5 little version and Xbox trying to move mobile gaming. I think another thing is with the Nintendo. I feel like honestly, Nintendo has been revolutionizing the evolution of gaming because before the Wii, there was no motion. After the Wii, Xbox did Connect, and that's when they had the semi VR type of look. But if it wasn't for Wii with Michael Jackson the Experience and Wii Sports, we wouldn't be having motion tracking nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then hell, Nintendo now revolutionizing. I mean, granted, PC was before its time, but Nintendo took it and ran with it with a mobile game where you can dock it up and you can take it with you, and now everybody's biting off of it. So it's like, who's gonna lead the next technology of VR? Will it be Sony with the Oculus? Would they collab with it? Will it be Apple with Nintendo? You know, Apple's and Microsoft ain't never gonna be on the same page. So is Microsoft gonna do their own thing? So I think, you know, I don't know, 10 years, we're probably gonna be in the same space.
I mean, I said it once. I know people don't look at it like this. This is a little bit off topic, but I said it once. Like Microsoft, they care about gaming, but to a certain extent. Because anytime any of us turn on our computer, unless it's an Apple, because Microsoft, everybody looking at the Xbox numbers. When I look at the Microsoft numbers, I'm looking at when I turn on my computer and I'm on Windows. So when people say, "Oh, they put their games on PC," they are a software company. I mean,
they are.
They on the. Yeah, that's where they're getting their bread from. So it's funny you guys mentioned that because I wanted to move over to Nintendo. There was a leak from the Switch 2 from a company called Genki. At CES, they had a mock-up. It was a 3D printed mock-up with the controls, and they said they have been working with Switch 2. You take that with a grain of salt or not, but they said the Switch 2 that's how it's going to look, and it's coming out in April. So they said it's coming out in April. That's how it looks. Nintendo has not cease and desist. They haven't said anything like that to them. So it could be true. Everyone's thinking the overall word on the street is everyone's saying that they feel like it is true and like it is the concept of it. So I just wanted to I don't know if you guys seen it, if BJ wants to pull it up. But how you guys feel about the leak? I know I sent it to everybody. Caroline, how you feel about the leak?
I mean, it's just like with any leaks. So maybe some companies are going to be pissed off that it was released early, but at the end of the day, no one's going to really care. Like, oh, yeah, that's something for me. I like leaks because that's something for me to look forward to, and it helps me plan, whether I want to spend the money to get, X, Y, or Z, right? So, as for the leak itself, I mean, it's definitely improvements from the actual. It looks like there's like a lot of improvements. Like apparently, I think you can change like the joysticks now, and I know the biggest problems of the original Switch is that the controllers break so easily. And I mean, I can vouch for that. Like I play with my Pro controller because the actual like Switch controllers. Like I think I've gone through maybe 5 or 6 of them, and they're not cheap. Like
I went through a couple myself, so
yeah, they're not cheap, and it's not like I'm like, it's not like I'm doing crazy like Mario Party things with them. I'm just like playing them, and maybe I would drop them a couple of times, and then that's it. So I think that's the biggest improvement, and then that's the thing that I'm really excited about. They were talking about magnetized controllers. Too. I forgot what other improvements to that. So yeah, I'm excited for it. Will it be a reason why I buy the Switch 2? We'll see. I think I don't know who said it last episode, but somebody said it depends on what games come out, right? So yeah.
D-Lo, how you feel about it?
Um, I of course I take every leak with a grain of salt, especially when it comes to hardware. Now, when it comes to software like games, I'll take leaks because Pokemon Legends ZA has so many kind of confirmed or non-confirmed leaks, and I try to stay away from that because I like the surprise aspect of Pokemon of games. But when it comes to hardware, I feel like leaks are appreciative because, like Caroline said, if I'm finna spend $300 to $400 on something, I need to know, is it going to have these improvements or is it going to be just a graphic change? You want me to buy a whole new console? And I'm like, I don't know. There's too much money. There's too much money invested. So leaks, I feel like, are appreciative. I do like the concept of the magnetic type of aspect because I remember I dropped my console one time and the slider rail snapped out of the controller, so it was
Oh
like
wow.
hanging. So I had to hit the button on the back and pull the rail out itself. You know what I'm saying? And that's like what, $60. And then like I bought one individually because you can go to GameStop and just buy just one, but it was still like 25, almost $30 to buy one. So the magnet, the only concern I have is if you drop it because it's magnetized, how strong is this magnet? Will it just pop off like for a safety concern, or will it pop off is there a lock feature? Like, you know what I'm saying? How hard is the magnet? It's gonna be like
Just
where
like
a
a
kid can
pin.
easily snap it off. You get what I'm saying?
That looks like there was a really small pin in there that looks like it could break really easily.
Yeah, and like
while looking this up, I did see something that said that Nintendo. This is from a couple hours ago. Said that Nintendo did come out and say that these are not official. So wherever you wanna. Oh shoot.
I mean, they
They wanna
could just
take
be
it back.
covering themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a couple
People
months,
saying,
right?
oh, just because they saying it's not official, don't mean they saying it's not real.
Right.
Mhm.
He ain't
And this, that, and the
lying, but
other.
we ain't telling the
So
truth.
yeah. So just putting that out there.
Because what I've heard
Looks
is
interesting.
that
I mean, I don't see why this wouldn't be. I like the idea of magnets, but then I also think about how when I drop my phone and that's not even in the little, she was talking about the pen, the little writing pen just kind of pops out of the bottom of it. I don't know. That's what I think about when I think about magnetized Joy Cons, but we'll see, man. I like we were saying, Nintendo. If anybody's gonna do something innovative, it's gonna be Nintendo.
Whether it's a hit or
so.
miss.
So my question for y'all is, what I've been when I've been reading this, with Nintendo, like if that Switch that we just seen, that concept, because what I've heard is that they stopped the Switch One. When I read up on some things, they stopped the Switch One production and they've been mass producing the Switch Two. But that's just something I read online. So I read it multiple multiple things. So the Switch Two could definitely be coming. But anyways, is that too safe? Because Caroline's talk about innovative author, you talk about innovative. That just is people gonna be fine with that? Are you gonna be fine with that? That just looks like an updated Switch. Is that, do you want them to take that chance, or you like them playing it kind of safe? If that is it right there.
I mean, wasn't the Wii U like an upgrade from the Wii? I never had a Wii U, but I was familiar with the Wii. And I guess again, kind of going back to the other consoles, like how is that any different than another console upgrading? Like it's PS1, PS2, PS3. Like they don't really change like the basic structure, or maybe not the structure, but the basic concept or of the console, other than like graphics. So I don't know. I don't think it'll deter people. Maybe this is just their way of saying like, hey, we haven't come up with something innovative just yet, but here's your upgrade, right? I think people still buy it, especially people who don't have Switches and want to play the games that have already come out. I know that I was just looking at a list of Switch One games that are coming out in January, February, and March alone. So it's not like they've kind of, I mean, maybe they're not producing anymore, but it does make me think that like the Switch 2 is backwards compatible, which is nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What about you, BJ? What you think? They playing it too safe? You, because all y'all said innovative, so this wouldn't be that innovative.
I want somebody to take that chance. Anybody, please show me something. I mean, I think it is just gonna be just an upgraded Switch with I mean, I really do think that mockup seems like a good I mean, maybe somebody just had a good thought of it, but you know, that's what I expect from it. It's like, oh, minor stuff we'll do magnetize. You know, people had a lot of issues with those Joy Cons and the slots, and you know, where you had to buy new ones or something because it broke off or something. So I definitely see them, you know, trying to fix that issue, and that I think that's what it's gonna be. It's just gonna be, you know, them playing it safe, like you said, and just having like minor quality of life upgrades. You know, slightly better hardware. You know what I mean? But they'll get there though. You know, they take their time. They'll get there, and we'll see something truly different in time. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but we know they'll do something eventually. They always do.
Yeah. What was the time difference between the Wii U and like the Switch, or like the Wii, and because the Wii U was technically the upgrade, and I don't know if that was successful.
Oh no, it
People
was
did not like
heavily
the
not
Wii U.
successful.
Okay,
No,
that's
people
why.
did
That's
not
why
like
I didn't hear much about it. I know the Wii was successful.
Yes.
Um, what the Wii U wasn't. So I guess again, I don't
But
know.
now
But
people love the Switch.
Yeah,
The Wii U
the
was
Wii.
basically kind of like the Switch.
Yeah, it's like a prototype for it for sure. With the you know the screen controller where you do
Hmm.
stuff on the screen
mhm.
and on the TV, you know. So it you know it was definitely the
Yeah,
prototype.
the Switch came out in 06, the Wii U came out in 12, and the Switch. I mean, I'm sorry, the Wii U came out in 12, and the Switch came out in 2017.
Okay.
So I think the Wii U was kind of like you took a 3DS or DS and you split it in half, and one half was the TV, and the other half was the interactive part in your hand. That's what it was.
Mm.
It was like the couch co-op version of a DS, pretty much,
Yeah.
Mm.
which now
That was
developed
nice.
into the. You know what I'm saying? So I think that honestly, when you ask, are they playing it safe? I feel like they're not playing it safe. They're more so fixing the problems that we asked to get fixed. Because for the longest time, what was our main concern? It's not powerful enough. Okay, so let's make a more powerful Switch. OLED. That was the kind of the pro version of like an Xbox or a PlayStation. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Another big concern was Joy Cons. Okay, so they went to the magnetic route. Okay, what's another concern they had? I know one of my main concerns is this cheap old stand. This
Yeah.
stand
Oh
ain't
my
never
god!
did
Hey,
nothing.
you was not
So
lying.
What we're gonna
you
do
got
with
a
it?
you got a
Right.
I'll
whole
never
stand.
use it.
If this mock-up is correct, if it's accurate, you got a whole stand that encompasses the whole bottom. Honestly, I'm cool with those upgrades. Make
Yeah.
it powerful, make it stand up. Can I stream? Because I think that's the biggest problem with a lot of streamers. They have to go through the computer or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They can't
Yep,
just
yep,
go straight
yep.
from the dock. You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna have a more powerful dock?
That's
You
my
how
biggest problem is that junk is trash.
exactly. So
Yeah.
you know,
It's a very basic doc. Yes, absolutely.
this just popped off, and I barely wasn't even trying to touch it. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like,
So maybe we can stream on the Switch.
yeah. So they said
I
there
would
was an extra
actually.
button on
Yeah,
there or
it's
something
a it's a
with a
little
speed.
extra C button, so that
So
could
does that
be.
mean communicate? Does that mean connection? Does that mean community? Does that mean capture? Well, it ain't the capture button because that's the capture button. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? So I feel like
And
they're not playing it safe though. They're fixing the problems that we asked to get fixed.
if we being honest, they need to fix their Nintendo. I don't know if any of you guys know I play a lot of games online. They
Oh,
Nintendo Online is
Mm-hmm.
oh
horrible.
yeah,
Horrible. You got to go
Yeah.
into the
They know it
phone and
too.
get on the chat. That thing's horrible.
oh
They
they
know it.
need.
That's why it's so cheap.
Why can I not text people on here and say, "Hey, are you online?" Why do I
At
just
the
can
very
see my
least.
friends and like what's the point of me seeing you online if I can't like what if I added you through a forum and I don't have your real number and I got you off of Reddit and I just got a random person on my friends list.
Actually,
Yeah,
I don't even
ridiculous.
remember half the people I friended on Nintendo, and I'm like, who are these?
Yeah, with
Yeah,
I
'cause
don't
I
know
just.
these people.
that long ass friend code, that might as well be somebody
Oh
there.
man.
Please, what
Can
the?
we add friends on our phone and it transfer to the Switch? Can we do a
Please.
QR or something? Pokemon Go got it. They got a code and they got a QR. Can we yeah man,
That friend code. Oh man,
My
that's
best
the
friend.
thing. I don't like that, man. I was like, I just want to get online
There you
like
go.
you can do on PlayStation, Xbox, PC. Just turn it on, boom. No, I got to go on an app on my phone to play my Mario Kart game. Like, come on, man, ridiculous. But hey, and there is a that's what I was gonna say next. There is a secret C button, like D'Lo said. So hopefully that's sharing, communicating, something streaming, like you guys said. Hopefully it's something of an upgrade. Moving on to our next topic, Xbox announced their developer direct. They've been doing this over the last couple of years. So it'll be Thursday, January 23rd, 10 p.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern. The games that they'll be showing is South to Midnight, which I'm excited about. Claire Obscure Expedition 33, and Doom the Dark Ages, which I'm also excited about. And then one brand new game that no one's seen before. So my question to you guys is: does any of those games interest you? Any of them sound nice? I know we kind of went over these games a couple months ago, especially South of Midnight and Doom. But I want to go ahead and start with BJ. Any of those games interest you? Like any of those games?
No, I'm not interested in any of
Damn.
those games. Yeah, I hate to be that guy, but I'm not interested in any of those games. I want to, hey, give me a release date for Fable. I said it before the show started. Um, I am interested in whatever the new game might be, just because it might be something I like, and obviously it's new, so I don't know what it is to even judge. But from what I've seen from those other games, I'm really not. I probably won't be purchasing any of them.
They're gonna be on
I
Game
mean,
Pass.
Doom is not bad, but I don't know. I played with the first Doom, the first of the newer Dooms, and it's not a bad game. It was fun, but I mean, I never finished it. I don't really care to go back and finish it, so no. Uh,
D-Lo, what you think, man? Any of those interest you?
I'm not gonna be like Johnny and BJ out here hating everything, but uh, I, I'm a hold Doom for our next topic, but Expedition 33, I feel like a game I might be interested in by how it looked. South of Midnight might be one of them games where I watch somebody play because I ain't.
Okay.
It ain't
It ain't hitting.
it ain't hitting no bells in my yard. I ain't no. It looks like Telltale, and I'm not a Telltale person. So.
Okay. Caroline, what about you? Any of those games seem interesting?
So I did like a little bit of research because I wanted to know what the unannounced game was, and just in case somebody leaked it, right? But they were saying that it's supposedly this game changer game. So that's what piques my interest. It's like, okay, what are they coming up with that's gonna be revolutionary or it's gonna like blow people's minds? And I'm like, I can't think of anything right now unless it's gonna be it's gonna be part of a franchise or like maybe an IP of sorts. I don't know. I can't. But that's what piqued my interest. I just other than Doom, because Doom is just such a recognizable game, or recognizable franchise, let's just say. Like I don't know. Again, but I'm also not. I don't have an Xbox. I don't.
Yeah.
My gaming library doesn't include the Xbox. But like I said, maybe if this game that's supposedly revolutionary or game changing, no pun intended, if it really is that, then maybe I'll consider getting an Xbox. So
Okay. Mine, and you just a gamer in general, so I just thinking on gamers terms. I play a little bit of everything. It could be PlayStation, Xbox, but South of Midnight because I like stuff different. I love when people have I think that consoles are missing the boat when when the GameCube used to come out. They had the indigo, they had the black. I think they would sell way more consoles if you could change the color. So I think South of Midnight is different. That's where I'm going with that. I think it looks a little different, so I'm interested about that. And Doom, I'm kind of interested about that, but I'm gonna say that for the next topic as well. Kind of, I've never really played a Doom. So kind of interested about that game in South of Midnight just because it just looks different. Expedition 33, I don't know much about. I'm kind of mad on it, and then I can't be excited about the new game because I don't know what it is. So it could be something I really don't like. So with that said, my next question for you guys, which is something that I thought was interesting when I was reading up on some games. is a popular game franchise you haven't played, but you would like to give a shot. And then after that, we're gonna go back round robin with a popular franchise you have no interest in playing. So let's start out with a popular game franchise you haven't played but would like to give a shot. D-Lo.
I'm gonna have to go with a popular franchise that I haven't played that I really that I might get to is Fable. I feel like I've heard a lot good things about Fable. It's been around for a long time. I think I may have downloaded on Game Pass just to see what it was about, but I never even just gave it a chance. So I think Fable might be. I'm a real heavy one of those magic type of. If it got that kind of element of game, oh, best believe I'm gonna be all up in it. Like I'm like the person in Skyrim. I'm using bows the whole game. I don't care about axes, swords, all that. I'm a silent type of person when it comes to.
Okay.
And can I defeat you from afar? I'm going that route, unless I need to do combat. So I feel like Fable is a good franchise. It's been around long enough, and I think it has a good fan base, a worthy fan base. So that's a franchise I think I want to get into. Fable 3. That's the one. Yeah.
Okay. All right, and that's a new one coming out. So
I would say go Fable. Don't play Fable 3. Play Fable 1 or 2. But that's just me. That's just me. Fable 1 or 2 would be the way to go to get a good Fable experience.
Go ahead, BJ, since you already going with what's the game?
One game that I know is popular that I've never tried and was kind of interested is The Witcher. I've never played any of those games. Witcher 3 has been a game that's been out since I don't know when. And I like fantasy. You know, they made a whole TV show off of it. Everybody went crazy about the reveal of this new one coming out. So that would be one that I might have to go back and give a try. Especially nowadays you can get not Fable. You can get Witcher 3 on a pretty good deal. And I hear you don't even really need to play the other two to get to that one. So maybe one of these days I'll get to The Witcher 3. As for one that
Hold on. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back around.
Yeah. Oh, my bad.
We're gonna go back around. Don't do that yet.
Yeah.
Caroline, what about you?
Okay, so please don't judge me. But because BJ likes to talk about it a lot, I've never tried Fallout. I've never tried Fallout. I gotta.
Okay.
Fallout? Oh boy.
I've never tried it.
I heard
it's brought up in every single episode. And to the point where it's like kind of like a gimmick. So I gotta give it a shot. And surprisingly enough, I've never tried Elder Scrolls, like that whole series. So and I'm big on RPGs, so I want to give that a shot for sure.
There it is, right there.
Still in the plastic.
Which one do I have to try first?
I would say either Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas. I would say.
Okay, I don't have to do it. I don't have to play the first one to play the other ones.
They're completely different games, actually. They're
they're
like top down, like really old PC games.
Okay, so it's not like there's like Final Fantasy where you don't have to play the other games.
No, yeah, they're all not. None of them are really connected. A lot of people argue that New Vegas is the best one, so maybe you want to try that one.
Okay.
Fallout 3 was the first one I played. I thought it was pretty good. So
okay, cool. That's in my stack.
All I'm gonna say is, apparently it got Game of the Year.
Apparently.
Hey.
Okay. All right.
For mine is, I was just talking about BJ this yesterday. It's Monster Hunter. I've never tried it. I just want to try it out. It looks like it got a big, huge following, and it looks kind of fun from just a little bit of screens I've seen of it. I haven't watched any long videos, but I do want to try the beta. But it looks like it's a real popular game that everyone likes, so I would love to get some Monster Hunter going. So I know D-Lo plays it because every time I used to jump online, this dude was always on there. So hours and hours. And now, how many hours you put into that, man?
I know that number say something around 600-700 and something.
Ooh. So yeah, Monster Hunter. I had one more, but it slipped my mind. But Monster Hunter definitely. Now let's go to the opposite. I'm gonna start because we're gonna go in the reverse order. So I've been smiling because the game that I don't want to try is The Witcher. And you said that's
Okay,
the one you
alright.
want to try. This just it don't seem. Once again, you guys know I play a lot of multiplayer. So just it just looking at the trailer, it looked cool. It just didn't look like something that and I'm not too interested in spending those hundreds of hours that they talk about in some of those games. They tell me you got to spend these hundreds of hours in. That's not really my forte. With all the bubbles on the screen, on the map, and all that stuff. But so yeah, The Witcher is one that I would not like to try. So Caroline, what's the one popular franchise you kind of like? Yeah, I'm good.
Is The Sims popular? The Sims? Is that considered popular?
Oh,
I don't
for
know.
sure.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would say
I would
so.
say
That's my
so.
daughter. My daughter has like 800 hours in that.
Jeez. Yeah, I have no interest in simulation games. I don't know. Like, I mean, I see why people like them, but I guess it's just not for me. And it's kind of ironic because I'm an engineer and I like building things, and I'm just like, eh. So there's that. And then I again also ironically enough, Call of Duty, just because I don't know, like again, it's like one of those like first person shooters. Like, tell me how is this any better or any different than any other first person shooter that I can play? That being said, I have Call of Duty. Which one do I have? I don't even know which one I have. It came with the PlayStation bundle. So, but it's like in my backlog, but like really far. Cold War. I have Cold War, so it's like kind of really
Okay.
far back in my backlog. So yeah, just no interest.
BJ.
Boy, I'm gonna get destroyed for this
Oh boy.
because this is like classic. I'm gonna get destroyed for this one. I ain't gonna lie, but one super popular series that I never cared about, Metroid.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, Carol. Oh yeah, that's.
Metroid. I'm
oh.
sorry. I just I don't know. I used to have somebody I didn't play it, but they were playing Metroid Prime. I used to watch. I just never got into it. You know, there was I don't know. Like I said, I know it's a like pretty much like a legendary game. Like maybe I would have to try maybe the 2D versions. Maybe I might like better, but I remember anything like Metroid Prime. It just did not never catch my interest, and I've never like wanted to get the new Metroid game. I can't lie to you.
It's not for everybody. I'll say that. It's not for everybody, but that does break my heart.
Uh,
I'm glad
I
they
look. I
said.
know that breaks a lot of hearts because that's a very very big series, and it's like classic, like back from the first one, like and this. So I know it's a legendary game, but I just never caught my interest.
Yeah, it was like one of those. It's near and dear to my heart only because it's like the first time you had like a female protagonist, and so when they revealed that like the person in the bodysuit was like
Uh
a
huh.
girl, I guess with girl gamers, it's like, oh my gosh, you have somebody
Yeah.
that's badass right now. So that's
Yeah.
okay. Again, it's not for everybody.
Oh, I had VJ. I had one on that same level. I can't say it. It's super popular for Nintendo. I ain't trying to
Say it.
ruffle no
Yeah.
feathers.
You gotta
Just
spill
know,
it.
We're
just
here
know he got a
now.
shield. Just know he got a shield and he wear green and he got a sword. Just know that's
Oh,
just know,
oh.
That is crazy.
just
That's
That
Well,
is
crazy.
crazy.
well. Now I see why we've been friends for a long time because I really don't.
Y'all.
I'm not saying. Oh, is it my turn? Is it not my turn? No,
Yeah, it's
it's
your
Andre's
turn.
turn. Go ahead.
No,
My
no
turn.
I know
problem.
what you want.
That wasn't mine, but I agree. I'm not out here saying I don't care, but it ain't one of the first things I'm finna go. Let me go see. Maybe it's something I will like. If I now I ain't gonna say mine. I'm gonna be rough on feathers, but it could specific group of people. Maybe it's because it's too fast paced and I'm getting old. I can't even say that because of Titanfall. And Titanfall is fast as hell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everything be jotting around there. So,
Yeah.
and I put in so many hours when it was free on Game Pass. And I had to buy it
Yeah.
after that because I was like, I done proceed about 12 times in a matter of 2 hours. It's too much, I invested too much. But Call of Duty is just a game. I feel like
That's fair.
I just
I
feel
can't even
like
say that because I done played so many of them.
I just feel like I'm a story driven person, and that's a pure multiplayer game. It don't have nothing in there to get me invested, and there's probably any sweats now, and
It's
too many. It's too many. I don't know. I just feel like it's not. Maybe because I played Gears first. Maybe because I played a third person first. And I feel like if I can't see my whole body, I don't know what's going on. And I don't like it.
Gears of War has a good story, doesn't it?
Yes. But when I got my one of my old teachers got me into Gears because I used to always see him play it. And I was like, what is this? So I watched it. I was like, I like story, but even from a multiplayer aspect, that was before, the Nasher was king. People was being diverse in their weapon choice. But I think between that and Call of Duty, I feel like it was it was like you was either this way, you was that way. Kind of like with Gears and Halo. You either play Gears or you play Halo.
That's true.
You didn't ever play both.
True.
And from a person's perspective, it was like you either first person or you third person. People didn't really jump over the fence like that.
Yeah,
so because I started third person in a story driven to go completely first person, and multiplayer was like, nah, I'm good. And
yeah, I agree with that because I think that's why I'm not really drawn to Call of Duty too, just because like it's not really story driven, and I'm definitely drawn to games that are story driven, like Zelda.
Oh my God! What did she just say? What was that? Zelda? Huh? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I mean, same thing with GTA. I appreciate it. Will I get 5? Probably. But I know GTA is not known for its story. It's not its selling point. And that's why I never really got into GTAs like that. Like, because I don't care about online going around shooting everybody. Like, bro, first of all, I'm not that kind of violent. Like, first of all, let's start there. I'm not out here ramsacking and honking the horns and people getting in their car and going doing hacks and all this. I'm not doing all that. I'm just saying. I like
having a good story, man.
Game. I like depth in my gaming. That's all.
It's funny because you guys all like single player games, but I'm not on a Call of Duty hype train, and I don't like the single player stuff. I just Call of Duty it's just Call of Duty. That's all you can say. It's just Call of Duty. It's just bad. But this is my
understanding is that Call of Duty is like a nice way to vent and decompress. Is that true?
Yeah,
like
it's a nice way for people that like their Second Amendment.
I don't know about that. I don't know about decompressing.
I haven't played it.
I'm shaking my head. I'm like,
I don't know if I would say I decompress playing that game.
You get stressed out.
Dude, for real. I don't know.
It's interesting. All our games, we got our all because I think all three of y'all are more story based than like me. I've been playing Gears for the longest. I don't even pop on the story. Like I ain't popping on the story.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me.
I mean, I've beaten the story from Gears 1, 2, 3, and 4, but just over time, it ain't nothing.
The story was the reason why I liked Gears as much as I did.
What?
Gears 3 was my personal. I know Gears 2. Everybody
We're learning a lot about each other right now.
Everybody loves Gears 2, but Gears 3 was my personal story.
I never finished. As long as I know, dog. As long as I know, dog.
I just said I beat the story.
You said 1-4.
5-2 with Kate at the end. I beat that, but that ain't why I'm a highly competitive.
I mean, I get it. That ain't why you played it. As long as you appreciate the story. You said
that's why I'm so excited for this new one.
Okay.
That's why. Because
if you said the story was straight slander, then that's a different
story. They knew what they had to do. They knew what they had to do with that story. They had to go back to Marcus and Dom.
Man, when I turn on that new one, the first thing I'm gonna do is call my brothers and we get online. Probably call this fool D-Lo. We get on. I get it. We ain't thinking about that story. We gonna go to that story afterwards, but we want to get into some competition. We want to start, banging with. So that's just how I roll. Though I'm too competitive. Man.
I ain't gonna lie. You want some competition? Go play story mode on Inconceivable. Where you let the game start over. Let you die mid game. The game start over.
I like that.
Yeah. That's why I don't like Doom. Because I feel like some BS gonna happen with Doom. I don't know. I may give Doom a chance.
I like any of those games that challenge you to like if you gotta watch yourself, and if you don't watch yourself, then you starting your butt over. I like that because I think they make games too easy. So stuff like that.
Definitely one of them.
He said he got all the games.
Yeah, man. Them games where you gotta think. I like games where it make you think.
Yeah. All right, that's gonna bring us to our last duel segment, our first one of the year. I have the stats from last year, But since I switched computers right now, like I showed you, I'll split that for next episode. So I had the stats. But let's get started. Sorry, I won't give any hints or anything. I'm gonna just let you start it with our first last duel of 2025.
What's the stats? Did we win the last 4? Because we had 3 in New Year's. We won the one before that. Maybe.
I think so. I had to look.
Yeah.
I had it all pulled up, but
I just know that we're on a good streak.
Yeah,
at
we
least.
are. Don't know how.
first question.
All right.
We all pulled that Hail Mary, man. I don't know.
BJ's
Oh
Hail Mary.
yeah.
Literally.
No, that was like I can't even have no words. I have no words. Had to get like you, D-Lo.
Yeah, man. Look. Yeah. We on the 4 in a row, pretty much.
All right.
Which, by the way, like during my road trip, I ended up watching or listening to all the podcasts that like Andre put up. So I have an idea of like how much we've evolved in our questioning.
Oh yeah.
To him. I'm like, okay, our questions have been getting better and better. This is why we're getting better and better at this. But
We getting there, you know.
was the game made after 2010?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair game.
I was gonna say 2000, so you just shed off a nice, even more years than what I
Yeah.
was gonna ask.
Okay.
Okay, so it's after 2010.
That's what PS4. PS4.
Yeah, because it's like 10 years
2010.
ish.
Yeah.
2010. Or is it because PS5 came in 20?
It was around COVID when the PS5 came out. I just can't remember.
Like
Exactly.
2019, 2020.
Yeah, it was around. It was around COVID because I remember I couldn't even go in the Best Buy. They had to bring it out to my car.
You got
Right.
one during COVID? Oh crap!
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
lucky. I
on
got it.
what? Oh,
You on
PS5.
PS5? Yeah. I done had this boy since day
Mhm.
one, pretty much.
Oh wow.
Crazy.
They had to bring my Series X out to the car too. I had
Yeah,
mine.
yeah. See, you remember? You had to order it online, and then you had to wait.
Yeah. Best
Bring
Buy,
it out to the
Southland.
car.
At the mall, I got mine
That's
at
the
the
same.
mall.
That's where I got my PlayStation from. At Best Buy. That's where I got my PlayStation from.
Did we talk about
Yeah.
this during the podcast yet?
No.
Okay.
Okay, after 2010.
After 2010.
Is it after 2020?
Yes.
Oh.
So this is a
Okay.
next
PS5.
Newer game.
Okay. Is this a console exclusive?
No.
Okay.
Of course not.
Yeah, the odds of that, I guess, are kind of low when you think about it, right? Because most games are not
Yeah.
anyway.
Is it considered action adventure?
No.
You know, I'm gonna go back and look. What is an action adventure?
Yes. Action adventure. Yes.
It is okay.
Sorry. Yes.
Hmm.
It's
Hey,
action adventure.
Caroline, put yourself on mute real quick. Let me see something.
One moment.
All right. Okay, you can go back. I heard like this squeaking noise. I think it's like a little. I don't know if anybody else hear it though. Maybe.
Yeah, I
just me.
heard. I faintly
I was
hear it.
hearing it right after you were saying that. I wasn't paying attention before.
Yeah, I hear it's like right after somebody talk. Maybe.
Yeah, but okay. Anyways.
Anyway.
All right.
That's 2.
That's
Okay.
5. That's 5.
All right. So let's see. So it's multi-platform. So I guess we don't really have to really worry too much about console, action adventure.
Doesn't really narrow down anything.
I mean, it kind of does. I'm just always terrible with the questioning part. Like, truthfully, myself. Are you using guns in this game?
No.
Okay, no guns.
Okay. This really just shows I haven't bought a lot of new games since COVID.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. Okay, no
Okay.
guns.
Action adventure, no guns. After 2020.
Multi-platform, so maybe it's.
I know we're not stumped. I'm just trying to see how to word this question.
Are there magical elements in the game? Or things like you can't do in real life type of elements? Because I know we had a hard time defining what magic is.
Yes, there are things you can't do in real life. Yes.
Okay. Is it only starring one protagonist? One person that you control?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Means there probably is a
Probably a
multiple
group.
people, maybe, but a group of people. But here's the main person.
Probably.
Okay.
Action adventure. Why am I drawing a blank?
Sorry, it's been a minute. You know,
Mm-hmm.
had a lot of time off. We got to get back into the groove.
Right. I got rusty.
Right.
Okay.
Is it in a franchise?
No.
Interesting. It's just a one-off action adventure game.
That's multi-platform.
Yeah, that kills a lot of the games already that I was thinking of in my head.
That's not Pal World because we already did Pal World.
Right. I gotta think of a game that is not a series.
I don't know what just happened. Okay.
So did you hear the last question, D'Lo?
Yeah. I heard you
Okay.
said, was it a franchise? Yeah.
And he said no. Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. No, I don't need my Hail Mary shit. Did this game come out after 2023?
After 2023?
Yeah.
No, it did not come out of 2023. That's 10 right there.
Okay.
So that's
So we're looking
between
at
2020 and 2023, or well, it says after 2023, so it could have come out in 2023.
Jesus,
So
all
is that how
Twenty
you
twenty 2023.
What was that? Oh, sorry.
No, so
No.
it probably came out in 2023, meaning that's the cutoff, December 31st, 2023. Okay. Let's see. Oh, maybe this will help us. Maybe. Did this release in the spring? Spring being,
It's hard.
I guess you
March,
would
April,
say
May?
March, April, May. I guess you would, fiscal.
Yes.
Okay.
How did that help us?
Because
I ain't gonna lie.
usually games release either in the beginning of the year or the end of the year or in the summer. So I can kind of get a bearings of if it's around fall, it's like a Game Awards type of, oh, this game is coming out for Christmas, or like Pokemon
Yeah,
release
usually
in the Christmas time, or that's why I was kind of thinking around a time frame of when it may have released around an award show. It may help us in the future. That's just a question. We ain't never asked.
Okay.
it's gonna be hard for me with it being just like a one game, like
Yeah.
At least in my head, all the series games always come to your head.
This is gonna be a weird question, but I want to ask anyways. Are any of us very familiar with this game?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
Well, that tells everything you need to know for me then.
Us including Johnny? No, no. Okay. Let's see.
Think outside of the box.
Yeah, we do. We definitely do. Okay. Let's see. It's probably not a AAA title if it's not a franchise. Maybe. I don't know too many.
What's the name of the game that Andre always plays? Like lately. Oh no, maybe no. It came out. It was like the, I don't know. It had something to do, and he keeps losing or something. I don't know. But it came out in 2024.
Dying Light.
The what?
Ooh,
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, you talking about?
I'm talking about that.
Cuphead.
Not Cuphead.
Dang.
He's brought it up multiple times. I'm trying to remember the game, but I think it came out 2024.
that what is that junk called? The lockdown protocol or
Lockdown
whatever?
Protocol. Did it come out before 2023? No, right?
I don't
No,
know.
I think that came out like
That's
last year. I
recent.
think.
Last year, right?
I'm not sure though.
Definitely
I think it
recent.
came out last year.
Mhm. Is that? It's gonna help us.
It's multi-platform.
Okay, is it a mobile?
Oh, that was my question too.
Is it a mobile game?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so it's not Among Us.
How many questions you got?
That's 11.
13.
I can't count no more.
There's no guns.
No guns. There's magic, or there's aspects of it that we can't do in real life.
Right.
We're not familiar with it, or like we're not. It's just
Not
like
a series. Whatever, just
it's not a
random
popular.
ones.
It's not in a franchise, and it's not. I don't want to say it's not popular. It's probably
I would
popular.
have to think of like. If we wouldn't be familiar with it, then I mean it probably wasn't like a game a lot of people were looking forward to. I don't know.
I mean, you could ask that question.
That's what I was thinking. Like,
let's see, will that help us?
Will that help
probably.
us?
I don't think. You want me to be 100% honest with you? I don't think it's anything that can help me right at this moment.
No, man, this man gave up already.
Be honest with you.
So it's between 2020 and 2023, right?
Do we want to ask, did it come out in COVID? A lot of games came out in COVID.
I mean,
I highly doubt it, though.
Just because we're not familiar with it, that doesn't mean we don't know it.
I feel like maybe it could have came out in COVID if it's just like was like a one-off thing.
Y'all got questions? Hey,
we do have questions.
Or maybe that might help us.
We had to have talked about it before because otherwise Andre wouldn't like. I mean, we have to know it, right? Just because we're not familiar with it.
He ain't gonna pick a game we ain't gonna know. Very rarely he gonna be like, y'all. Okay,
I'm done taking it easy now. Y'all didn't got the hang of it. I'm done taking it easy.
Okay,
yeah, that's why you didn't give us a hint.
This gonna be a game we ain't never played. I don't even know the development.
That noise you've been hearing could be my nails. I got.
No, it's like
okay.
It could be your like computer making a random noise.
It could be. I'm on a laptop.
I don't know.
It could be. Sorry.
Something like
something.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice it at first. Oh, how many questions we got? We got a lot of questions still, don't we?
Y'all at 13 right now.
I don't know.
So we still got a few. I just don't know what question I could ask that could possibly like help me at this moment. If you want me to be honest with you.
Okay, let me see.
I don't think narrowing down the year will help. I don't.
I think we're in
the ballpark.
Right.
We know it's multi-platform. Do we know it's multiplayer? We know it's action adventure, but do we know it's?
Yeah, we don't know if it's multiplayer. That's a good point.
We can ask.
Is it mainly multiplayer?
Yes.
It's mainly multiplayer.
Okay.
Action adventure multiplayer. Okay.
Action event. Okay. Can you?
Now, see, now I like. Is this like? Co-op,
okay, so it's mainly multiplayer. Can you switch characters?
Give me an example.
Like Overwatch.
No. That's 15.
Okay, so you're pretty much staying on one character-esque. But you probably got loadouts. Kind of like Call of Duty. That's
what I'm wondering. Is this like co-op or is it PvP or like when we say
what are the games that he likes? Just because we don't know it doesn't mean that Andre doesn't
play Rainbow Six, maybe. I'm thinking something along them lines. I'm thinking
Rainbow Six is a franchise.
Rainbow
Six. Yeah, it definitely is.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing.
Like I don't even know why I asked that question.
Okay, so when I think of franchise, no, franchise not a series. My bad. Different question.
Do you want to ask if it's a series?
Will that help us? Probably. I mean, that would determine if it's a one-off game. Is it a series?
No.
Okay, so see, that was
the burn. So it is a one-off game. One-off game, not franchise.
There's a difference between franchise and series.
Yeah.
Just a one-off multiplayer, John.
Franchise is like Rainbow Six, but those games don't connect with each other.
No.
Okay.
One-off multiplayer, John.
One-off multiplayer, action adventure. What the hell?
It's probably on only Xbox and or PlayStation. Yeah, Sony.
I don't know if this is a good question, but I'm just gonna ask it because I want to know. And I was like, is it co-op or is it more like PvP?
SBS
More
or no?
like co-op.
Co-op? Okay.
So co-op. He said, "Is it co-op?" I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess yeah. I guess you'll have to ask it like that because the way I asked is technically not yes or no. I guess.
It Takes Two is an action adventure game that was Game of the Year. Crap, I don't know when it was released, but it was like released in that. I think it was released in that time frame. Oh, I don't know if it's PlayStation exclusive.
I think
It's co-op.
I don't know either. I don't think so though. I feel like it.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, I lied.
I mean, that could be one.
No. Okay, had to take that out. Is it a? This is not a question to him. It Takes Two. At a what do you call it?
So it's co-op. It's action adventure. You're like it's two people like working together.
But is it like a puzzle game? You get what I'm saying? When you say action, is it like a puzzle? Because It Takes Two is kind of a puzzle game.
It is kind of like a puzzle game, yeah.
So
like
you would have to ask that question, like Portal. Like Portal's a single player.
Like Portal, right. But
Portal's
is that considered puzzle? Or is that considered action adventure?
I mean, it could be both. You can have multiple genres.
Yeah, that'd be the thing about it, right? You could definitely have multiple tags.
Because what's that game? The side scroller. Little Nightmares. That's a horror or a dark game, but it's also I guess you would say adventure puzzle. But I don't know.
I mean, I got questions to ask. Y'all, that's 16, so
It Takes Two might be a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one, but I'm trying to.
That can stay in the back pocket.
It's back pocket.
That's our Fallout.
Because they've been multiple times.
What's wrong with Fallout this time?
That's our Fallout.
It's got guns in it.
That's a franchise.
It is a franchise, and it got guns in it, and it's single player. It's just it's so far from that. But I do like that, and I think we should always keep the one game that Caroline gets stuck on because there was multiple times where she was right and we didn't go with it. So I think we should for sure
Well, how do we rule it? I'm trying to figure out how we rule it.
Is it a puzzle? Strategy. Strategy is not puzzle.
It's more strategy than puzzle. I don't know if you guys have played the game, but it's definitely more strategy than puzzle.
When I think strategy, I think civilization. I think you get what I'm saying. Puzzle is here's a problem we got to solve. Mm-hmm. Strategy is most of the time I have an issue I have to overcome with some other kind of input.
So I mean, I got questions. Are y'all asking? Because I can answer for you. Is it a puzzle?
Is it a puzzle game?
No.
Okay, so it's not.
So
but then I'd be wrong. I could be wrong with the category. So I don't know.
So It Takes Two. It's I don't know if it's necessarily puzzles, but you need the other person in order to move on forward. You need the other person to do certain things so that it opens up the door.
Right.
So right.
Yeah.
You can't do it yourself. The other person has to do things with their superpower. Okay.
What would you consider that kind of game?
Say it again.
I said, what would you consider that type of game?
I don't know.
You don't think that's
consider it co-op personally?
Yeah.
The co-op on the genre.
Co-op is not a genre. No, it's not.
No,
that's just a type of playing. That's a style.
Yeah.
Oh, man, maybe it is a puzzle.
Wait, he said it wasn't a puzzle. That.
Well, I think puzzle games. I think Tetris.
Oh, you're thinking of physically.
Yeah, physical puzzles, right? Portal
is a puzzle game.
Okay.
Here's a problem. Get out of it. It's not strategy. Strategy is the enemy. It may be computer, and I have to fight against it through different methods. Puzzle is just literally, I'm stuck somewhere. Let me get out.
Okay. So then that will be It Takes Two. It's a puzzle game. Hey, I'm stuck somewhere, but I need the other person to get me out of it. Okay.
Yeah, that's 17.
Good Lord, we're getting nowhere. We're probably in that nowhere now.
I feel like the co-op thing helped me, but I still can't really think of
what else is co-op.
Co-op where it's just only got just the one game that came.
Isn't Sonic? Isn't there a new Sonic game that came out that was also co-op? Because I remember Sonic 3 was no, but that means you're familiar with it, BJ.
For sure.
fuck, yeah. And he said we're not familiar
For
with
sure.
it, and it's a franchise. Damn it. Okay,
Golly.
Right?
just things that are going in my head.
Okay.
And hold on, before you say it, from now on, I'm on, because this sometimes I'm getting confused, but I don't know. Like, are you guys familiar with GTA? Yeah, I know that, but are you familiar with John Madden 94? Probably not. So sometimes I can't answer that. So in the future, I'm just not going to answer those because I don't know if they're familiar or not.
I understand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could never know. Even if maybe I never brought it up, but maybe it was something that
Right.
was playing.
Maybe I should phrase it to your knowledge.
Right.
To your knowledge, right?
He's like, well, I think he might play this game, but I don't know.
Yeah,
right.
Based on the last
Exactly.
few episodes, based on the since the beginning of these episodes. No, it's fine.
Okay.
All right, that's 17.
Franchise. Good lord.
It's not a franchise.
Yeah, that's going to be the hardest part because the franchise is always
Between
sticking your
us,
head.
what the hell is a franchise that only has single game? Like, okay,
It's not
so
a franchise.
So like for example, it's not a okay. So see, that's my question.
Yeah.
Franchise and series.
Yeah. So we asked if it was a franchise. He said no. Then we asked if it was a series, and he said no.
He said, so it's a standalone game.
It's a standalone game.
Okay, so I never. Okay.
That's
but there is a difference between franchise and series, though, right?
Yes.
Because franchise is like FromSoft with Bloodborne and Elden Ring and Dark Souls, but they are not connected games.
Like Resident Evil.
Right.
Okay. I have.
It doesn't help us, but
maybe that's
17.
God, man, I don't know, man. We the shortest hell up we never did.
I'm just trying to think of standalone games.
Elden Ring?
No, is that the problem?
Elden Ring's a franchise, right?
Yes, for sure. I'll consider it with Dark Souls. I mean,
yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah, because it's part of Dark. That's right.
Oh, I'm trying to look at my games.
Come on, y'all dragging it out. Ain't he cheating? Somebody looking at this game.
Hey, you see my hands is down here.
Yeah, I'm definitely one screen is over
cut my
here.
nails.
Screen is here.
I'm like really sad. I really like my nails. I have to cut them because I'm a violinist.
Okay.
I know.
I'm trying to see, man. I ain't.
Y'all give up?
No.
Not this early. Good lord.
It's too early. I'm just trying to think what are good questions because right now I'm stumped.
So if it's co-op,
is there?
Come on, you guys.
They got some kind of magic.
Ready? Yeah, there's some kind of magic in it.
Yeah, that definitely rules out racing.
Oh,
I don't. Hey, are we finna give up this early? Good lord.
You can't give up this early.
I mean, just burn some questions.
Yeah.
We just sitting.
When it first came out, was it like really popular? Like, was it highly acclaimed?
Yes.
God.
Okay.
Do people heavily still play this game?
That's a good question. I just thought about that.
Say it again.
I don't know. I can't.
Oh, you don't know?
I don't know.
I guess for reference, like people still play Elden Ring, like outside of the DLC, even though it came out a while ago. You get what I'm saying? Like people still GTA 5, even though it's
all right. I'm gonna say no.
Okay, so people kind of died
down.
So it hit and miss.
Okay.
It kind of died down.
One more question.
I feel like he would know about it, or like we would know about it.
If it died down, then it just came out. I might have never even heard of it.
A question and a guess.
All right, y'all. Let's Concord.
That would be crazy.
So is it my
turn? Because I don't know.
It's been a slow month, guys. It's Concord.
So you can't switch up. You locked into whatever character you get. Now, is this like? I'm just gonna go ahead and add. I mean, I don't know if this is a good question.
This is our last question, right?
We said it's co-op, right? Is it more than 2 characters that co-op together?
No.
So it's only 2.
Okay.
That's your guess.
I kind of got this random game in my head, but I don't. Well, he said it was no guns in it, so it couldn't be that game either.
Okay, Caroline, it takes 2.
It Takes Two actually does have gun elements, but it's not primarily
Yeah.
shooting. So
Okay, so but
Well, I didn't say shooting. I just said do it have guns. Like so.
there are no guns in the game, but there are
It's
shooting
only two
elements.
people. I mean, I guess it's only two people.
man, we finna roll with that. I ain't mad at the answer, honestly.
I ain't either because I can't think of nothing better. The game I thought of is for sure ruled out.
Which game?
It was this game, and I don't even know when it came out, but it was a game called No Way Out, where it was like you play as these two like ex-cons or whatever, and it was like a co-op thing. But
Oh,
it's
I think
definitely
I know.
guns. It's
No,
definitely guns. I mean, the last part of it was like a shootout, so
when
and
you
it's
when
no
you said
magic.
two people,
It's pretty all
like
regular.
Payday. Ain't that a two co-op game?
Yeah, Payday. Yeah, but that's more than two
That's
people
definitely
though,
guns. Oh, I ain't never played it.
and guns and
And definitely guns on the
well,
cover.
I mean, you can't really do it in real life because you would be dead trying to get through all the waves of police and SWAT and everybody.
Definitely. You be out
But
there.
It's a game that Andre is familiar with. And I only say that because usually he hesitates with some of our questions, or he will look it up, but he was prepared.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think we're gonna go with
It's 2025, baby. You gotta come prepared. Hey, you know I've been doing my homework. You know what can I say? Go ahead, can take y'all guess so I can go eat my pizza.
I do want to hear what this game is.
We like It Takes Two. I have no qualms with that.
I have no problem with that either.
Which one?
The
It Takes Two.
All right, let's just go with It Takes Two. Andre, that's our guess.
It Takes Two is correct. It
Oh,
Takes
Andy,
Two
I
my
told
is
you. I
correct.
told you.
It Takes Two is
I told you
correct.
every time Caroline gets
I'm
stuck on a game
leaving.
like
How
this.
is this not a puzzle game?
I'm
Puzzle
leaving.
It's a platformer. Like Mario was
Oh, it is
asked
a
about it be a
platformer.
platformer.
That's
Okay.
the other word for it. You know what? I'm
It's a
leaving.
platformer.
We're doing too good. Oh my god.
I haven't finished the
And-
game yet. It's my stack of shame.
And BJ, ironically, that game A Way Out is the first from this person. So A Way Out is before this.
Oh yeah. So they
Yes.
like them kind of games.
Yes. A Way Out is they made the A Way
Yeah,
Out.
me and my boy
image.
played through that game. It was fun.
This is a good game. Like I haven't played.
I do want to play it.
Yeah, it's a really good game. I didn't finish the game because I was playing with my ex, and yeah, stuff happened. Yep. But it's a very good game. It's a very good game. I want to do it over.
Crazy.
Oh wow!
I thought I was going away from it. I'm like,
no. I wanted it to be that because it was literally two other times where Caroline was like, "Oh, it's this." It was like, nah, and then it was that. So I'm like, this time we're gonna go with whatever Caroline said it was.
Crazy.
I should have. You know what? One of my questions was a game of the year because it was game of the year. I'm like, that would have narrowed it down. But
that's why I asked, was it more than two people? Because I was thinking of the No Way Out game. So I'm like, is it more than two people in the co-op? He said no. So that dang near kind of tells you.
They were saying as a platform, not a puzzle game.
Right. We weren't on that part, but we got there.
So for BJ, D-Lo, Caroline, I'm Andre, and thank you for watching another episode of The Gaming Now, and we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
That's crazy. That is